Hey, yo, Coach Inthefight got Stacy with me.
Shalom.
Stacy, I think I made a mistake.
Oh, goodness.
I think I made a big mistake.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I can't find a scripture that says that you're not supposed to look at pictures.
Okay. I thought you said it was in Deuteronomy.
Well,
Well, you are in Deuteronomy.
we did a class on it, Deuteronomy chapter 4, which
Mm-hmm.
says that if you make the likeness of any graven image, what does it say here? It says, "Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on a day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire.
Right.
Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female."
Right.
So it's saying to make it.
Right. He was telling them that he didn't show them himself because they would turn around and make a image of himself. Right.
But then it goes further and says any likeness or any similitude of any figure.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes on to talk about, if you do make the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged fowl that flieth in the air, the likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the water beneath the earth, lest thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun, and the moon, and the stars, even the host of heaven, even all the host of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them and serve them, which the Lord thy God has divided unto all nations under the whole heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So it's saying clearly that if you make an image,
Right.
you're going to end up worshiping the sun, the moon. We understand those to be pagan holidays. We covered those plenty of times. You're going to end up in idolatry,
Mm-hmm.
particularly here, pagan god worship, which, Baal is the sun god, and you got the moon god, which they serve on Easter.
Right.
But, I've been living I don't want to say I believe it, because I've been living my life that we ain't supposed to even be looking at pictures.
That is correct.
That's why we don't have pictures on the wall.
That is correct.
That's why we don't watch TV.
And that is why I don't wear dresses with flowers and all that other stuff too.
Yeah, but I can't find the verse. I can't find it. I've been looking and trying to find where I'm getting that from, and I can't find it. Now I understand what those pictures do to you. I
Right.
mean, I understand why there's a picture of the president in every military installation as soon as you walk in the door. I understand that since the days I was in the military. I believe I understood that.
Right.
But that's not, I can't find it in the Bible. And this is a Bible scriptural channel. So everything I say is try to be based on scripture.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, maybe I've allowed something like that to creep into my understanding.
Maybe you allowed what you always tell us about um, being extra precautious,
Uh,
extra cautious, creep into your understanding and
Siding on the air of caution.
yeah, siding on the error of caution.
But I can't do that for, people on YouTube. I told the people on YouTube that, you know, something to the effect that even their icons on their thing, I told them, I think I said something like, if you have an image, any likeness in your avatar, and you make a comment, then it's like you're making an image.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you told them that.
But I think that was wrong. I can't find scriptural or something I can't find any scripture to back that up. So I think I made a huge mistake.
So what do you do about it?
I don't know. I mean, how do you correct something like that? I can't go back and do I go back and contact each one of the people and say, I'm sorry, I said something bad about your avatar. I apologize, but it's sad because some of them people may not even be around anymore.
Yeah, that's true, but I think once you understand that you said something that was not necessarily what you believe now, you do what you're doing now. You make corrections. So if you're truly understand that that's what it is.
Well, I can't, like I said, I can't find. I've been going through the scripture. I've been praying on it, and I've been trying to remember why it is, that I started this in the first place. Because
I thought it was something in Jubilee, not what Jubilees.
Deuteronomy. You keep saying Deuteronomy. You keep saying Jubilees when you mean Deuteronomy. But
Yeah.
we saw that. We looked at the only
Yeah.
thing that talked about it in Deuteronomy, and I don't know. I can't find it. I mean, I don't allow people to take pictures of me. I definitely ain't gonna take pictures of myself, and that part ain't changing because it does say make image, so I can't make an image.
Mm-hmm.
But I took down all of my pictures that I had on the internet, and I took down all the pictures I had on the wall. Even our mirrors in the house I covered up, which is a lot of that stuff will remain. I'm not about to go jump on Facebook. I'm not about to go, try to start digging up pictures of old family members and stuff like that, but that's personal preference.
Right.
And that's the problem, is that I may have spoken my personal preference publicly,
Mm-hmm.
which is wrong. I can't do that,
Right.
I mean, if the Father gives me something intuitively, it always comes with a verse. I'm always able to find scripture to back it up, and I believe that's the way it works. He's, if he tells you something intuitively, it's because you haven't read enough scripture to know where it's at, and that's why I say that somebody should be able to find it.
Right.
You may not be able to find it, but somebody should be able to find it in scripture where it's written at. And I can't find anywhere where it says that you can't, that looking at a picture hurts you. I know it does, but that's outside of scripture. That's not scripture where I'm getting that under, and I believe that's what's been happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry. I'm sorry to anybody who I've caused to do harm. Some
Well,
people maybe.
I know that is that you're saying now. Well, what you're saying now is that it's not scripture, or you're not finding in scripture where it says that if you just look at that picture.
Like if you have a picture of a child, if you have a picture, yeah.
Yeah, and you look at it, then you are going against scripture. But I'm just going to say that I definitely totally agree with having all those pictures hung up on the wall. Definitely does something.
They definitely have an effect on you. I mean, like I said, I understand why. I understand where that's coming from, and I'm not about to start pasting pictures up on my wall, because I do know that they do have an effect. They even affect us on a spiritual level.
Yeah.
But
And the reason that I say that is because I remember one time my grandma said that she kept hearing something in her house. And she said it was just like voices. And she said when she took took some pictures down, all of a sudden those voices disappeared.
Certain pictures. Because she didn't take all of them down.
Nah, she still got a whole lot of them. You know
But
how
she had
old
took.
folks like to take their pictures to their wall and stuff, like every picture you
So,
give them. And so, but yeah, so
and that's, yeah.
I believe that,
And
you
that's
know.
funny because that's probably one of the only places we can go see pictures of ourselves is at her house. Because
Yeah.
we don't have any. I don't have any. I don't have any pictures of me
And I appreciate it.
except my
You know, we've
driver's
lived
license.
like that for, 7, 8, 9 years. Even in Rossville, we lived like that to an extent. So, I do believe, it causes idolatry, and all of that stuff. But that, once again, could just be our personal preference.
Yeah, because
And you can't force that on somebody else if it's not, scriptural.
yeah, and I believe that's what I've done is actually bring something that's not scripture in. You know,
So once again, you're saying that um, you're not supposed to make an image, not necessarily. You can't look at an image because we do, you know, the kids do have books,
hmm
and you know,
and
you look at something on YouTube or whatever. So
yeah,
so
that's why I've had a problem with YouTube. I really don't like YouTube because of all of the images, and you can't avoid them on YouTube. But
right. And
it's like
I hate Facebook. It's ridiculous.
it's like a hostile work environment for me because of how I felt about the images. But like I said, it's my personal feelings, and I wanna make sure everybody understand, you know, that I'm sorry, and I just can't find it anywhere. I can't find any scripture that says that having a picture is wrong. Now, yeah, it's still wrong to take the picture. That's definitely the problem is making the image. So the
Mm-hmm.
person behind the camera is the one making the picture. He's making the image. The person who's carving out the stone is making it.
Well, I think that's very honorable of you to do something like that. If you find that possibly made a mistake, that you admit it, and you know, to these thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Um, I think that's very honorable, and I think that's how it should be with
Uh,
everybody. Even not just with pictures, but with everything. If you put it out there, and you come back later and find out that it wasn't necessarily the way that you said it, then you should be able to come back, and you should be able to have the freedom to do that, and people should honor that, I think.
well, this is just the first video. Um, I kind of just wanted to see what you had to say. Maybe you remember something I didn't remember. Maybe my memory is failing me, and maybe could think of something that I done forgot or something. But I have to do a formal retraction video on it. But I'll do more research. I'll do more praying on it before I do the formal retraction video. But y'all pray for me if y'all know anything that I'm missing. Maybe I got it in another scripture other than the Bible. Which could be the case.
Jubilee.
And you think it's in the book of Jubilees? So I'm gonna have to go read the whole book of Jubilees to see if it's in there. And it could be.
Do a search.
So I done did it. I did a search
Oh,
for it.
did you?
Yeah, this
Okay.
search is well no, let me go. Searching the hidden books. Likeness, there's Enoch. Yeah. All right, well I'll do that, guys. I ain't gonna waste your time doing the search. I'm gonna go to continue trying to find in the scripture if it says anything about looking at television or looking at YouTube or having an image as your avatar or making comments with the likeness of a cat as your avatar and I'm gonna go look, and if I find anything or if I don't find anything, I'll be putting out another another video. Either way, another video is coming to try to clear some of this stuff up. And I apologize again, guys. I'm sorry. I'll try to do better. Pray for me.